Hello and welcome back to another video. I am Mr.Clean and today we're here to talk about multiplayer games on the Quest 2. So yes, multiplayer games, that is what we're here today to talk about on the Quest 2. Some of these are of course on PC VR as well, but I'll let you know that in according with the games. Now this list is quite a big list and it's going to be all the ones that I have personally played on the Quest 2, and I love multiplayer. Multiplayer makes VR for me personally. I just feel like it adds something so special to it when you actually can be with someone and form a bond and also play a freaking awesome game at the same time. So this is a list of all the ones that I have personally played and I've really liked. Now of course there will be some games that I have missed off of this list because I haven't played them most likely. If there are any, please do leave them in the comments down below as it will help other people out in the video as well. Now these games are in no particular order, but we do have to start somewhere, so let's start off with Demeo. That is one of my all-time favourite games. If you are looking for a board game type game with some D&D flair to it, then this is going to be the one for you. There is a ton to do in here, a whole bunch of books, each of them last a couple of hours long to get in there and play with 4 players. It is a freaking incredible time. I fully recommend that you go check this out. If you're looking for an adventure and you're looking for a fun way to burn off a few hours, this is definitely the one for you. Next we're going to jump into Zenith. Zenith is an MMO in virtual reality and a very successful one at that. Now this game has got a whole load of content in it and hours upon hours of ways to burn off time. So if you want to go hang out with a huge group of friends and just go off and do some MMO style freaking fighting and dungeon crawling, then this game is going to be for you. It's a very gorgeous game. It's available on Quest and PC VR and it's a good way to go off and hang out with some friends and burn off some time. Definitely recommend this one. Next up we have Contractors. This is a first person shooter but in virtual reality, baby. This is one of those really cool experiences with modded maps and all sorts of fun stuff to be looking at in this game, and honestly the fun doesn't stop in this one. It's one that's got a ton of content to go and enjoy. If you want to get with a group of friends and have a freaking good time, Contractors should be on your list. Next up in the same vein we have Pavlov. Now Pavlov on the Quest is currently free, but it's not going to remain free forever. It is going to be a paid game soon as it is in its beta phase. Pavlov, in the same vein as Contractors, is a first person shooter in virtual reality with a ton to do in it and a ton of modded stuff that can be done in there. Like I'm talking tons of maps. You can literally go play Call of Duty Zombies in that game. Yeah, I know, it's kind of crazy and it's free at the moment, so definitely go check that one out. I fully recommend it, especially before it goes paid, so that you can figure out if you really want this game or not, and it gives you a good time for free. Next up we have Population 1. This is the Fortnite of virtual reality. Pretty much. Now this is a battle royale where you get in there and you go up against a bunch of other teams of 3 and you kick their freaking butt and you take that chicken dinner at the end. Now this is one of those games that again I've spent way too much time in and had so much freaking fun in it. I fully recommend it as they are continually upgrading this, continually updating it and giving it new content. Very much worth it. Only available on Quest 2 at this point, so keep that in mind if you're thinking about purchasing this. But yes, indeed, definitely check this one out. It's the Fortnite of VR, so yeah, do it. Next up, back in our shooter genre, we have Onward. This is the more serious competitive version of all the other shooters that I've spoken about today, as this is a very much reality simulator type scenario for going into war zones. Now, one of the things that makes it quite unique is the seriousness of this game, as everything is very one-to-one basic of real life, making it a very unique experience. So if you're into something that's a lot more simulated, then yes, I think you're probably going to enjoy this shooter. Onward, go check it out. Available on Quest, of course. That's what this whole video is about. Next up we have ForeVR Bowl. This is a cool bowling experience. You can go and have fun with your friends. If you remember having fun on like Wii Sports back in the day doing some bowling, well it's essentially that, but in virtual reality, giving you the ability to go to the bowling alley and have some fun with friends. Not much more to say on this. It's bowling in virtual reality, but it's good fun with a friend. Made by the same developers as the last game I said, we now have ForeVR Darts. Now darts, yes, darts. You can play darts in virtual reality. In the same vein as going bowling in virtual reality, this is the same thing, just with darts instead. So if you want to go and play darts with your friends, I feel like I've said darts too many times. Not much more to say on that one. Next up we have a Township Tale. Now this is one of those games that if you want to go and lose a whole bunch of time to a game, you're going to enjoy this one. Get in there, you can go mining, building, crafting, various different things like weapons, and oh man, literally the list is endless in this game. There is a ton to do and there is a very budding community around this game as well. So if you're looking for something to really sink your teeth into and really lose some time to, then a Township Tale should be for you. Next up, we have one of my all-time favourite games ever, which is After the Fall. This has become one of my all-time favourite multiplayer games simply because it kind of unifies all the things that I love. So things like Left 4 Dead and getting with your friends and shooting some zombies. Honestly, one of my all-time favourite games to go in and still grind even to this day. I have spent way too many hours in this, and I mean way too many hours, getting in with people from all around the world and going and kicking some butt. One of the cool things about this is it's cross-platform between all the different platforms, from PlayStation VR all the way to PC VR and of course Quest. So this really gives everyone a way to get together no matter what headset you've got, and I freaking love it for it. Get in there, kill some snowbreed and go through various different missions, achieving lots of different things, unlocking guns, unlocking skins, and having a freaking good time. It gives you a very good reason to get back in there and keep the grind going, earning different bits from the game. So definitely check this one out. If you're a fan of zombie shooters, Left 4 Dead, or any of those types of things, you're going to get that same feel from this game. Next up, we have Hyperdash. If you are looking for a shooter with a bit of a difference to it, then Hyperdash is definitely going to be for you. I like this game a lot because it has really fun movement mechanics where you can slide around on rails, grinding and shooting and doing a bunch of other cool things in virtual reality. Gives you a very cool speedy feel to the game, and I just think it adds a bit of a unique play style to a game that obviously separates itself from the rest, and I think that's very cool. Next up, we have Walkabout Mini Golf. Walkabout Mini Golf is genuinely one of the top-notch quality experiences to go and just chill out and spend with your friends. If you want to just get with your friends or your loved one or family and just have a really fun evening, Walkabout Mini Golf. Honestly, it's just fantastic. There is a ton of content in there to go and enjoy, and it can be enjoyed by anyone. VR players all the way to a brand new day one player, and it just kind of appeals to everyone. Myself, I go in this all the time and play with my brother, or sometimes I go and play with my wife as well in there, and it's just really fun to get in, catch up, and you know, hit some bowls into some holes. But yeah, seriously, go check it out. There's a ton of good content in there, free and some paid, and all of it is absolutely top notch. Next up, we have the Rocket League of virtual reality, Nock. This game is freaking awesome. I love this. I fell in love with this game when it very first dropped, and I've stayed with it ever since. And that, my friends, is Nock. You get in there with a bow and arrow. Instead of being a car like in Rocket League, you are the car. You go in with a bow and arrow, shooting your bow and arrow into the ball. You've got to score goals. You've got to really move fast in this game. Probably not one for the newer VR users because it is a very fast motion game, and get in there and score some goals. It's just so fun. It's a very simple game, yet very fun and very addictive. Definitely go check out Nock. It's really cheap as well, so it's one of those ones to definitely pick up and put on your console, as you're just going to have fun with it. Next up, if you are looking for a super chill time, Real Fishing VR is there for you. Now, whether you like fishing or not, myself, I don't like fishing in real life, but fishing in virtual reality is super chill and super fun with some hyper realistic scenery around you in this game. It really draws you in, and again, if you just want to catch up with a friend, it's a really fantastic way to spend a night together and just hang out in virtual reality and kind of catch up while catching some fish, and everything in that game is kind of freaking stunning. So I definitely recommend you check this out regardless of if you like fishing or not. Personally, I don't care about fishing, but there's something really kind of special about this game because it just looks gorgeous and it's a very fun way to hang out with some friends. Next up, we have Smash Drums. Now, Smash Drums is not only a fantastic solo game, but it also has a very good multiplayer system built into it. So in the multiplayer in this, one of the things that kind of sets it above the rest is that you can still talk to all your friends while you play. I like that about it. Unlike Beat Saber, where you can't talk to each other while you're playing, which I kind of found strange. What's the point in being in multiplayer if you can't chat? Smash Drums kind of has it all. In my opinion, it's just freaking solid experience. If you want to get in and sweat your nuts off, because yes, it's a very physical game, then Smash Drums is going to be for you. Really cool, very fun to get in with a friend. Last up on the list, we have Path of the Warrior. Now, this is a freaking awesome Street Fighter-esque type game. It's like playing Street Fighter with your friends when you were a kid, except for now it's drawn into virtual reality, and it is freaking top notch. I love this game. It's so fun and whimsical and crazy, and yet it just works so well. And getting in there with a friend and beating the snot out of some bad guys, it just reminds me so much of picking up my freaking Sega back in the day. Except for now we get to do it in virtual reality and be the player ourselves. So really, it's a super well-rounded game. Definitely go check that one out. And there you have it, that is the full list for today. Now, of course, I know some of you are probably screaming at the screen, I can't believe you didn't say this game name. I know. I'm only focusing on the games that I personally played today. If you do have any, feel free. Leave them in the comments and help other people out find that type of genre. Give it a little brief description so people understand what it is other than just a game name, and that will really help each other out as part of this community, as I feel like that's one of the coolest things about the VR community, is we like to help each other out like one big freaking family. Anyway, guys and girls, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this, please do consider smashing the like button, as it does genuinely help the videos, and of course subscribe if you want more stuff like this, because I make it all, baby. Gameplay, reviews, and news. God, that sounds cheesy. Anyway, I'll catch you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.